First look, investigators take us inside the compound used to grow nearly $500 million in marijuana.
They had basically the ultimate little camp in here.
And tonight we're going to take you inside that campground where police say 6 people lived and worked for months.
On Monday, a tip led investigators to the illegal stash in Obion County, Tennessee. On Tuesday, police found, get this, 362,000 plants. They began removing them on Wednesday. It took 2 days to complete that process. Yesterday, investigators burned the 362,000 plants. Obion County Sheriff Jerry Vastbinder says those plants have an estimated street value of $434 million. Tonight, we go inside the operation. Local 6's Julie Collins files tonight's top story from Obion County.
Law enforcement says that this is no amateur operation. Take this, for example. In order to grow marijuana, it takes light. So, to get the maximum amount of light, the growers chopped down these trees, and then they painted them to camouflage them and to avoid overhead detection.
This is not a mom-and-pop ditchweed operation.
And that's clear as you walk through the 10-acre property littered with marijuana plants that are already sprouting again.
These plants have been meticulously groomed and pruned.
Through a retention pond, an irrigation system, tunnels for generators,
To help muffle the noise.
and a living quarters.
We've taken out the gas stoves and all that.
But from what's left, you can see whoever was maintaining the marijuana was serious about it. They spent time in these woods. This was their kitchen.
We think that as we were coming in, if there was anyone here, they made their exit out the north end, somewhere in that vicinity.
But they left behind their food and some clothes. Here is where they slept, on cots made of bamboo.
Pretty good craftsmanship.
This is where they showered, a vitamin bottle used as a shower head.
We didn't anticipate the magnitude of it.
But it doesn't stop there. Up a hill about 100 yards from where they slept are homemade drying racks for the pot.
Well thought out, highly planned. It wasn't just a spur of the moment idea. There's a lot of thinking that went into this.
And it'll take a lot of work to clean up. In just 3 hours of being down in the compound, law enforcement found a pound of marijuana. They say the street value is about $1,000. They also tell me that their work is far from over. In Obion County, Tennessee, I'm Julie Collins, WPSC Local 6.
Pretty impressive. Well, tonight at 10, we'll take a closer look at why, despite clearing out thousands of pounds of marijuana, investigators will soon be back out collecting more. Well, investigators cleared out the marijuana. They destroyed it, but the work in Obion County, Tennessee is hardly over.
Oh, the thing is, Jennifer, there's a reason marijuana is called weed, and it continues to grow like a weed unless you kill it at its source.
And as Local 6's Julie Collins shows us, law enforcement will have to work long and hard to keep these plants from growing again.
It took 2 days to haul out thousands of pounds of marijuana, but the law enforcement work is far from over. Take a look here. Some of the plants have started to grow again.
This is a high-dollar product.
But it took a lot of work to get it.
They go through just like a gardener would, and they clip unnecessary limbs and stems off of them to let all the nutrients of the plant actually get into the bud itself. This is where the highest THC content that's in the plant.
This elaborate operation came to a halt when the Obion County Sheriff's Department caught wind of it.
It was just unbelievable, the amount of marijuana growing in here.
They seized the plants and hauled out more than 300,000 pounds of marijuana. That happened Wednesday, and 2 days later,
there's enough of the root system left that it started to sprout back up.
So the work isn't over.
We will have to watch the area.
Looking for plants that have grown from fallen seeds and deep roots.
Some of this stuff is going to come up volunteer on its own.
The Sheriff's Department will continue to kill the sprouting plants and make sure no one piggybacks on the original operation. In Obion County, Tennessee, Julie Collins, WPSC Local 6.
Well, the Sheriff's Department is patrolling that area. No arrests have been made, but Obion County Sheriff Vastbinder says he has a number of leads.